Hello again. As we continue our wander into darker, wetter days, as the golden orb lighting our skies recedes, the usual suspects start arriving, of course. Increasingly, we're seeing new COVID cases, the fourth wave, coupled with the old flu-like illness and lots of what we term URTIs, upper respiratory tract infections, colds, coughs, ear infections, sinusitis and the like. Standard winter fodder. Some are querying the usefulness of having a COVID booster. Really? Suggesting that, well, don't bother unless you're travelling abroad. Whilst the present set of restrictions, of course, e.g. Spain, involves a need to show that you've had that booster, that third dose, what we're really needing is widespread COVID herd immunity, particularly for those who are at increased risk of developing serious COVID disease. That casual social interaction that may bring the virus on board. Notwithstanding the looming long COVID issues. It's an odd set of circumstances, of course, at this time. Just from nowhere, time of year, post-COVID pandemic, huge sudden pressures on prices, mortgages, cost of living, and then the long list of pent-up health needs brought about from over 2 years of postponed outpatient clinics, orthopaedic operations, e.g. hips and knee surgery, cataract operation waiting times, all this satellite specialist weekend working stuff, then the numerous locum consultants, leading the clinics in, say, cardiology, heart issues, or chest. So that many older residents seem to have little idea who they are seeing or being reviewed by, with the often recited mantra, I had no idea who he was or who she was or what they were talking about. Many of our locum medical staff are, though, of the highest quality, bringing fresh ideas and impetus to our working lives within health services. Hearing patients even say the word locum, though, brings back long-hidden memories of school Latin lessons. Locum tenens, Latin for temporarily in place. Usually apportioned to members of the medical profession or clergy, and the GPs retiring or leaving their posts, some from the south, east, west, and even our friends in the north. This might prompt some present GPs to do a bit of musical chairs too, seeking a change of tempo, workload, or a downsize. All in all, these sands beneath our collective feet continue to move. Well, it's just life, isn't it? I think the more things change, the more they stay the same, as they say in French. However, when there is a change, there are opportunities to alter things, often in a positive way. So while it feels like a revolving door, the draft it brings might be a fresh one. So let's be optimistic, as humans tend to be, or some of us anyway. Lots of medication reviews lately, as those inquisitive CQC inspectors peer into every GP, hospital and community nook and cranny. Care and Quality Commission. The team inspecting our practice being there all day, searching the medical data for hours on long end, like a proper boffin as we sat there like school kids facing an exam. Don't forget, across the lake in England, there is an approximately 3-year event like this. That's one becomes CQC battle-hardened and ready. So expect some fireworks for the A&E, Casualty Short Initial Report, hopefully will not be a marker or sign of what's to come. Not quite today's newspaper headline, tomorrow's chip paper, though. Medical staffing have enormous pride in what they do. And anything negative or needing change will be a call for such, no doubt. But hey, it's the lovely old Isle of Man. Our pond is petite. Our captive fish are small in number. So a bit of manxification or adjustment might apply to some of this stuff. Who knows? Let's await the outcomes. Some of our listeners of a scientific persuasion might recall the salutations from teenage years. Is so-and-so a bit weird? He seems 2 standard deviations below the mean. What? On average, for example, our IQ is about 100. 2 standard deviations below this is about 70. I believe Elon Musk, the robot cars and all the rest of it, is about 150 or so. So there are elegant or quirky ways to make a point. Medics often see this illustrated in results of bone density scans that assess our hips and backbones for osteoporosis, brittle bones. A so-called score of 0 or above is normal. That sounds odd, isn't it? 0. 0 to -2 is so-called osteopenia. Bones a bit lean. Below -2, or 2.5 rather, that's osteoporosis. Thankfully, if you see the graph, instead of looking at the numbers, it comes out in a traffic-like sequence: green, amber, or red. You don't want to be in the red. Imagine your elderly relative, though, face to face with a specialist who peers over his specs and utters, "Well, Mrs. So-and-so, your Z-score is -2.8. Oh, yeah. Let's leave it there, maybe, till next week. Cheerio.